Hello, and welcome to a mini episode of Kai Spills the Tea. Still need to concentrate. I thought I would do a mini episode on the conscious ego while I get my supplements ready for the day. So I got to fill up these 3 bad boys with a ton of different things. So I'm going to do that while I talk to you guys about what I've been learning. So the conscious ego is something that I didn't realize the conscious ego is one of our best assets. I felt like I was led to believe that it wasn't the case. And so because of that, I haven't really been treating my conscious ego in a way that reflected that. But I don't know if you guys know this. On average, a person has roughly 50,000 thoughts a day. And so, sorry, don't mind the cleanliness factor. That's how I open things. But we have 50,000 thoughts a day, and most people have those thoughts on autopilot. And so depending on the quality of your thoughts, it can either help or hinder you in your current day. And our ego is great. It's just what happens is when it becomes traumatized, misused, or abused, it then becomes an enemy, which is not an ideal situation. Because the ego, it's there to protect us. It's there to actually motivate us. And when it tries to protect us, we have a traumatic experience, and if we don't understand what happened there and the thoughts behind it, we just take that experience, and when we go into our new experiences that aren't related to that one, we actually bring those thoughts over, and then it becomes just this extremely unhealthy situation. So, that has been really fascinating for me to understand is, my ego is not my enemy. My ego is actually someone that can really help me. And so when we do understand where our thoughts are coming from, then we're able to create a new reality for ourselves. And honestly, a big piece of that too is having honesty, actually, and being honest with where we're at as well as, where we're going. And being okay with where we're at too without putting any kind of guilt on where we're at or anything like that, because obviously that doesn't help us. It really does hinder us. I had put an extreme amount of vitamin C also randomly throughout my day, about 20 of these guys, 10 hours a day. But yeah, the conscious ego is something that is truly an incredible thing. And when we understand mindset and how to utilize it properly, it really does become this incredible thing. So what we need to realize is that, we have to understand what is our ego doing. It is here for us. It is here to help us. And if we don't treat it as such, then it's not going to change. And sometimes we believe that, having habits is really important, but when we're not aware of the habits that we have, we're not intentionally doing them. And so we're still not aware of what it is that we're actually thinking about as we're doing these things. Because, living this life, I feel like a lot of it is being, intentionally aware and having that awareness and having that conscious ability to make choices and also to decide our future. And so, depending on what it is that you want in life or what I want in life, having the ego there to help us is way easier than having our ego there to hinder us. And so what I do when I notice something is if you don't understand, if I don't understand where my thoughts are headed, I check in with my emotions, because my emotions are after my thoughts, but I can feel that sensation, whether it's excitement, guilt, fear. And then from there, I can take a moment and pause and say, okay, what is going on here? And then move through that to figure out what it is that I'm actually thinking about, which then will lead to, okay, if it's something that, isn't the healthiest thing, what we can do is we can actually tell our ego, thank you so much, but I'm in charge. Because really, we are in charge. The ego is an asset, but us, our souls, we're the ones that are actually in charge. So we can definitely use that to make it happen. So that is my little moment on spilling tea on the conscious ego. And yes, this is actually coffee with coconut cream. But yeah, that's a wrap on Kai spilling the tea. Love you guys.